if you can hear me. I'm just going to set up my computer really quick over here. I'll be right back. I had a very long day today, so I'm not completely set up right now, so bear with me. Can you guys hear me on my microphone? Can you hear the tap, Sandy? Hi, Sarah. Hi, guys. Did you hear the tap? I'm going to plug my computer in real quick. Oh, you're fine. Okay. How are you guys doing today? Hi, Cindy. Hi, Kimberly. Hi, everyone. Sorry, I'm not prepared right now. Trying to log into my computer really quick. It's just way easier for me to see your guys' comments on here, so that is why I have to do this. No, thanks. Okay. I think I got it. Who's here? What does that mean, Carmen? Micro fireworks? Is that bad? Yes, please give us a like on your way in. I'm so excited to be here with you guys tonight. Oh, okay. So that's fine. As long as it's working, then that makes me happy. Can you guys see me okay? Is the picture okay? Is it faced the right way? Because I have it on facing me so I can see where it's angled. Is it backwards? Awesome. Okay. Well, I'm still obviously going to chat with you guys and answer any questions you guys have, but I have a ton of orders to get through and I have a lot that needs to go out tomorrow. So this is really legitimately going to be a work along with me sort of live. I know I always say that, but then I always end up talking and not accomplishing much, but I can't really do that tonight because I have, I'm not behind, like none of my orders are late, but I'm backed up, let's just say that. My daughter had a volleyball tournament all weekend, so it was a 3-day tournament. So it's Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and I just didn't get a single thing done this weekend. I was just so tired when I got home the other night that I tried to come out here and work, and that didn't happen. So now I'm behind even more. I try to come out here every night and try to get something done. So whenever I don't get the chance to come out, it just puts me behind. I'm sure many of you can relate with that. So anyway, I wanted to just at least do a live with you guys and chat for a little bit and then work and then chat and work back and forth and just see how many orders I can get through. So I hope you guys had a great weekend. I know a lot of you guys are getting snowed in. Me, on the other hand, I live in Arizona and it's sunny, so it's warm here. But I hope you guys are all doing okay. and safe inside with food. My brother-in-law and my sister-in-law live in Texas, like you, Cindy, and they keep texting us saying how much snow they're getting, and it's kind of scary right now because it's not usually really that cold where they live, so it's different. Finally made it from alive from the start. Where are you from, Vicki? Do you always, is it just like a time thing, or you just can never make it on time? I love Seattle. My husband's actually originally from Seattle, so anytime we go back there, I'm in love. Eventually, one day, my dream is to have a second house in Seattle so we can go there in the summertime. I know. Congrats, Cindy. I still haven't had time to watch your video on the machine, but I'm super excited to lay down and watch it. So, but congrats to you. That's so awesome. Hi, Angelica. Hi, Heather. I would like to craft, but my craft room is in the basement and it's so cold. I know. It's actually cold in my garage, so I'm a little chilly in here, but again, like I said, it's not that cold here. But like probably a month ago, I was freezing in here. It does get really cold in here because there's no like, I mean, I have a space heater, but then that takes up a lot of the electricity. And the last time I used it, I had to go in, whatever you call it, the lines got cut out. So when I have my heater on, or my heat press, and then I turn the heater on and I have all the machines going, it's kind of a lot. So I don't really get to put it on. Hi, Karen. Okay, so I have in front of me, I have leggings, I have a romper, I have a headband. I already finished a headband. This is the mom headband, and I finished that a little bit ago. And then I have a pair of bummies. These are already finished. I just need to press them. They're just leggings that I made for a little boy. And then these are the bummies. So these are already done. They're tagged, everything. I just need to press them and package them. So whenever I'm finished on that machine sewing the tags in and getting them all prepped for pressing, I just put them over here in a lineup, and then I just start pressing as I go. So that's what I'm going to start working on right now. Aw, Karen, you're so sweet. I literally read your comment on my last video, and I was like, oh my God, you guys are so kind. Like, I am so blessed to have all you guys and just say so many positive things to me. Like, I just love coming on here and making videos. And honestly, I look forward to the comments because I like to hear what you guys like. And don't be afraid to like give me good criticism too. Like, I want to know like what you guys want to learn and like how I can improve and stuff because I'm brand new at this. So it doesn't always have to be like, you know, I love the positivity. Don't get me wrong. It makes me feel so happy. But I also want to know like what you guys want to see and what I can change and stuff too. Oh, good, Bonnie. I honestly, like from the get-go, have always used Gutermann thread. There's Gutermann thread for your standard sewing machine, and then there's Gutermann thread for your serger. So make sure you're getting the right thread. And I actually, these are the ones that I use right here. They're they're by Gutermann, and they come in the cones like this. And this is, I just use number 120. It's just white, and that's all I use. I don't change my colors out. I only use white. Have you tried making your own labels? In the very beginning, when I was super like feeling crafty and wanting to like make all my own stuff, I did try to make my own labels. I tried to make my own everything. And then it like, I made them and they were fine, but then they didn't look as professional. So then I would try to remake them, and it just was like too time consuming. And I had too many different things to make for them because I make different sizes, I make different items, and like I just wanted like different tags for things. And it just got too complicated. So I just sat down one day and was like, you know what? I'm going to get all professional and order some nice tags. And so that's when I started ordering my tags. And then I use my same logo tag for every clothing item. And when I used to make for my shop bibs and burp cloths and all those other things, I would use the same tag for everything. It would just be sewn in if I made clothing, and then I would do the wraparound tag. If I did like for my blankets and my bibs and burp cloths and stuff. But now I actually sew the tag into the blanket. So they just look a lot nicer to me, but everyone has their own opinion. Yeah, Bonnie, you can get that thread at Joann's. That's where I get it every time. Hobby Lobby doesn't carry it. I wish they carried more brand stuff, but they don't. They only carry, what's it called? Sewology. And so I tried it. I don't like it. So I just stick with Gutermann. Hi guys. Hi everyone. Okay, I'm going to get started. I don't want to waste time, but I'm going to keep looking at my computer and answering questions if you guys have any. So if you have a question and I don't answer it, make sure you ask me again when I turn around and look at the computer. Just ordered thread. Any machine, do you think that brand is okay? Thread Nanny. Where'd you get Thread Nanny, Kimberly? Is that like is that from a store or did you get it online? No, I don't use a stretch stitch. It's literally just plain 100% polyester. It's just the overlocking thread. It's Toldy Lock by Gutermann, and it's just regular overlocking thread. There's nothing special about it. But I've never had anyone like say that it's broke, or I make every time I make something, I make it for my children first, and then I wash it like 10 times and make sure it like goes through the wash nice and everything. And I've never had any seams break or tear or anything like that. So I've just stuck with it. You got it on Amazon. Try it. If you like it, stick with it. That's just my advice, is like if you find something that you like and it works for you and there's no issues, then just stick with it, because everyone has their own way of doing something. And if this person says, oh, well, this is a good brand, you should use this one, don't use this one. That's their opinion. And you might have your own opinion on something else. Just like me, I always tell you my opinion, but I always say like, that's just my opinion. Like I have my own opinion, you have your own opinion. So try the thread, and if you like it, if it looks nice and you like the outcome of it, then stick with it. If it's in your price range and you like it and you want, if they have different colors or whatever. And just because I use only white doesn't mean you have to use only white. Use all the colors you want. I just stick with white because it's just easiest for me and less time consuming for my business to change them out. I have thought about getting a second serger and doing like a white serger and a black serger, but I don't need to do that. I always have like really light fabrics, and white works perfect for me. So I haven't done that, and I probably won't. And I don't remember who I was talking to the other day, but they asked if I like my serger, and I told them absolutely love my serger. And with the amount of sewing that I do, I should probably invest in an industrial machine, but I love this serger so much, and it has literally caused me 0 issues. So if it broke tonight, I would probably reorder the same one tomorrow, because it's easy. It's so smooth. The only thing is it's a little loud, but all sewing machines are loud. Like you're not going to get a quiet sewing machine. So it doesn't bother me. I actually like the sound of sewing, so that has no issues for me. But it's so easy. It's, I set it on one setting because I just sew the same things every single day, and it's just easy. So yeah, if I were to get another one, it would probably be this one. And the price point is pretty good for how good it is. And if I had to buy, you know, 3 more, I'd probably just buy 3 more of these ones because I know that it's always going to be there and I can always replace it with that same one. Their brother brand has been around forever and it's always going to be there. So I would just keep getting this one if it was for me. What are you guys talking about? Cindy, I had a beer when I got home. I wanted a beer. It was a long day. And my brother and my husband had a beer, so I was like, that looks pretty good. So I had a beer. What machine behind you that is covered? That's my cover stitch. So my serger and my cover stitch, these are the same brand. It's just a cover stitch. So it's exactly the same. It's just they do 2 different things. So I've explained it in a lot of my different videos and lives. This one does like the side seams in your shirts like on the inside, and the cover stitch does like the seams on your like wrist and your ankles that look like they have 2 white lines going around the whole thing. That's a cover stitch. So they're 2 totally different things. But yeah, they're the same brand. Scotland. Wow, hi all the way from Scotland. Thank you for joining us at 3:47 in the morning. You should be sleeping. Cover stitch, not cover lock. Yes, cover stitch. Yeah, cover stitch. Sarah, it's fine. I'm glad you're here though. I love that you hang out and you don't even have a machine, but you like watching. That means you're going to do great things in the future when you do get a machine. You're going to know everything before you even start. All right, I'm going to start putting these on here. I love these little carrots. They're just so cute. I need to make my, see, the thing about making clothes is that like I get so caught up in my orders that I don't make my own children's stuff anymore. And I wish I had time to do that because we forget about our own people when we get caught up in what we're doing. So I took the time, yesterday was my son's birthday, and I took the time to make him a shirt because he loves Blaze. So I made him a Blaze shirt, and he literally like made me feel so good because usually, you know, okay, I think I froze for a second. So anyway, I was like, he's like so into Blaze right now. So I made him a Blaze shirt, and he literally was so obsessed with it from the second I showed it to him. He like made me put it on him, which of course I got super happy about. And then he wouldn't take it off for bedtime. I took it off of him, obviously. He wasn't going to sleep in that shirt. But his first thing he did when he woke up this morning was wanting to put his Blaze shirt back on. So it was literally the cutest thing ever. And then he didn't want to take it off for bath time tonight. But I made him. Sandy, if I get disconnected, will you please let me know in all caps again? Oh, thank you guys. He's a 3-year-old now, and he starts school on Wednesday. Sorry, my other son starts school tomorrow. I'm so sad. I mean, like I'm happy because it's finally like they get to go back to school, but I'm also sad because we've had how many months of quarantine at home? Like, it's gonna be different. So you always want to check your seam underneath here before you sew it. That's why I'm checking it, because you want it to be laying the right way. Otherwise it'll be like very uncomfortable. The seam will be going the wrong way when they're wearing it, and you'll be able to see it. It won't lay flat. I have to get in like my work mode. I'm like not in my work mode right now. Do you guys ever feel that way when you come out to work and you haven't worked all day and you have to like get into it? Takes you a minute. I know, I'm so sad and happy too. Like it's like a bittersweet. But I'm actually like super bittersweet moment because my son, who has just starting preschool, and it's just like one son starts and then he starts and then my other daughter starts the following week. And so it's just like one after the other. And I'm like all emotionally like everywhere. Yeah, Bonnie, you're right. This one is about, I don't know, you all just bought it. I can't remember the price of it. I think it's like 300 or something. And that one is like a couple hundred more, I think. I don't remember. I bought them like so long ago. Why start school so young? My daughter is 3 too. Because of his development. So he's got to go to a developmental, I don't know, for his NF. I think I explained it to you guys last live. He has a genetic disorder, and so they want to like catch him up. He's 6 months behind his actual age, and so it'll be really good for him to like be around other children, and like it'll help him learn and develop faster. And so he'll be seeing like a physical therapist, an occupational therapist, and then what is it, PTOT and speech. Did I just get cut off? I can't tell if I got cut off or not. Oh, I was buffering. I wonder if it's because I'm connected to my other computer. This is the, can you see that? It's a large eye needle. It's called a tapestry needle, if I'm saying that correctly. I stick it on here with a magnet, so it's always by my side. And I use that to weed the extra thread through, because I weed all my extra thread through because I don't ever want it to like fall out or fall apart like after the wash and stuff. So that's just me. You don't have to do that. I just do because I'm crazy like that, I guess. Is it a cover stitch or a serger? This one is a cover stitch, or I'm sorry, this one that I'm using right now is a serger. This one right here is a cover stitch. They do completely different things. I will be showing you guys probably in 1 or 2 more lives how to use it. But I post it on the thing, whatever I'm doing. I keep buffering. I don't know why I'm buffering. Hold on, let me check something. It says I'm fine. I don't know what's going on. Am I buffering, guys? Refresh your page, maybe. I don't know. Okay. Maybe it's just me. Can you guys hear me? Okay. Hi, Shayna. Yeah, Sarah, I wouldn't worry. I mean, my Cameron, he's turning 5 in April. He's been in preschool since he was 3, but it's all personal preference. He's just, you know, one of those kids who needs to be around other kids. Like he's more advanced, and so we just thought school would be good for him. So he's doing great with preschool for the last couple of years. But yeah, my 3-year-old, the reason why I'm putting him in there is because of the development part of it. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. I don't know. At least it's not like shutting off like normal, but I'm sorry I keep buffering. I don't know why it's doing that. So right now I'm just dividing my waistband into 4 different sections. What'd you guys do this weekend? Did you guys have a 3-day weekend too? Everybody did, but I don't know. I kind of went off the grid wall on Friday, yesterday, and then today. So, and yesterday was my son's birthday, so it was a long day yesterday. I came out here and made him a shirt really fast while he was napping. And I had never made a shirt before either. So, when you make a shirt for the first time, it takes a little bit longer because you need to figure out like where to place the applique and like all that other stuff and what fabric you want to use and how to, what colors you want to use and everything like that. So it took a little bit longer, but it turned out so cute. So these pants, I've had this print for a really long time. But this is one of my prints that I had in the modern jersey. So I also got the modern jersey from Spoonflower, but modern jersey is like a silkier, like thinner material. And that was in the beginning when I was trying different materials out and figuring out like what I wanted to go with. And then I decided I wanted to go with the organic. So I have done away with the modern jersey and I've switched everything over to the organic knit. And so I don't have a picture of these yet in my leggings. It's my wild print. And I got the wild print for my son because he's wild. And it's just so cute. It's black and white, so it's just perfect for boys. And so I need to take a picture of these and send it out. So she ordered these, and I don't even have like a profile picture of it on there. Do with that is just take a picture of like the leg of the romper or pommy or whatever I have in this print, and then whoever orders it first, I make them and then take a picture of it. But so that way you at least get your listing up and running, and then whenever you get that order in, or if I have time to make it, which I don't, so I just wait for somebody to order it, then I take that opportunity to take the photo of it. So with my extra strings, I just use this and I just pull it through, obviously through that's why I get the big eye needle, because it's easier to pull the string through. And then I go the opposite way that the string is going and I just stick it through underneath there and pull it through. That's all I do. And I do that on every ending, except for like on my yoga waistbands, because I'm going to be putting a waistband around it. And so I don't have to do it on that. But I do it on all the others. Hi, Paulette. I know, I use my serger every day, like all the time, but I go back and forth between these two. And a lot of people ask why I don't have my really good sewing machine, standard sewing machine over here. And that's because it has a big flat table on it and I use that for my blankets. And so I just keep that over there and I never move it. So I put my smaller brother machine over here and I just go back and forth between these two machines pretty much all day long. I used to make tutus. I used to make a lot of stuff and I don't do any of it anymore. So I've kind of niched down and just figured out like what I need to do, and that is it. So but I'll be bringing new items in over when it starts getting like spring, summertime. I'll bring like skirts and dresses and stuff like that in, but I don't do that obviously in the winter because they don't sell as well. Plus, I think that like it gives your shop like a new look when you add different products at different times. So I feel like I do better with it. Like if I have, you know, I don't have the skirts and the dresses and stuff all year round, like I do the rompers and the leggings, because people always buy rompers and leggings for their babies. Skirts are more of like a summertime thing and like a cutesy thing. And so I just bring those in at the times that they're needed. And then I feel like they sell a lot better that way. So, right. Kind of all over the place right now. I'm not organized. It's kind of freaking me out. I don't pin. I just start sewing. So the neck to me is the hardest because you don't want to leave a gap, because then the liner will be like uneven from the body and you'll have a hole, if that makes sense. And then you always want to make the shoulders exactly even as well. So that's why I stop and go. Just making sure each piece is like on the line even right here. And it's very important to get these 2 points right here lined up as well, because that's where the armpit goes, and you don't want that to be all unaligned. So these ones I don't tuck in because I'm going to sew the seam down the sides. So those ones are okay to just cut off. And I cut my corners so that they're not bulky when I go to flip out my shoulder straps. When you cut the corners, it just makes them lay a lot flatter. There's not all that excess like thread right there. Okay, so I have to go sew my tag on this really fast over here. Whoops. I'm just going to be at that machine right there. I have my computer behind me, so I have to be careful. And this is a, let's see, 12 to 18 months. So I'm actually remaking this particular romper for this customer because this happens to me too. it wasn't messed up, but somehow it got a mark on it, and I'm not going to sell any item. Even if I'm like, oh, you can barely see it, like the client or customer, not client, the customer won't see it, it's very small. I don't even take that chance, so it sucks, but I'm having to remake it because literally I was going to take a picture of it, and I noticed that on the shoulder part right here, and of course it had to be like on the oatmeal part of the shirt, it had a black mark on it. And I tried getting it out, but then with this kind of material, when you rub it, you can see where you rubbed it. And so I was like, I'm not even going to chance it. So I just remade the whole thing. And then whenever that happens, I'll just gift my other romper that I have to like one of my neighbor's kids or something and just say like, here, this guy has a little mark on it. I can't sell it. So here you go. Sometimes I do send them both of them. But it's my carrot print and I already know that she's going to want one, my neighbor, so I'm just going to give it to her. And it's just a little tiny mark on it anyway, so it's not that big of a deal, but I won't. Why does it keep doing that? Can you guys hear me? Okay. I'm so sorry. I don't know why it's doing that. I don't. Hold on, actually. I wonder if it's because this computer's on. Let me turn this one off. That's what I did last time and it was fine. 2 seconds. Off. 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 Okay, maybe that'll work better. Tech glitches, always. Can you guys hear me? Or is there still no sound? Okay. Okay. Sorry. Hopefully that's better. Aw, thank you. I was excited to do a live. I feel like, I know I do them every Monday, but sometimes the weeks feel like so long. And the fact that I can't do a live until like really, it's really not late, but a lot later than like other people can do them during the day. And I have to wait till I put my kids down. And so then that drags on, you know, and you feel like it's just, I wish I could do them earlier. But I don't know, because like I think about it and I like to work at night because that's when I feel like I'm the most productive. And I don't know if you guys feel that way too. So maybe it is nice that I have lives at night. I don't know. How do you guys feel about it? Be honest. I think if I get, you know, if the internet cuts out like that, I think you guys just have to refresh my page. I don't know. I'm not all techie, so I have no idea how to do that. That's just what I did on my computer. Right here, I refreshed my page behind me, and it worked. But I don't know. Maybe Carmen will know because he's more computer savvy than I am. Tuesday afternoon. But when you buffer, you do anyway. Yeah. Yeah, because over here behind me, it was just like rolling, and then I refreshed it and it came back on. Who designed your romper pattern and where can I buy it, please? I did it myself. So when I first started, I bought patterns and stuff, and I didn't really like the way that they would fit my kid. And so what I would do is make the pattern and then I would adjust it to my liking, and it always came out way different. So like the pattern that we did with the romper last week, I believe, was the one that I made, but I found one similar for you guys to make, so you can buy that one and then follow along. So that's what I'm going to try to do is I just look on Etsy and try to find a similar pattern to the ones I make. But you can always do that for yourself too. If you have a you know, children yourself or niece or nephew or whoever, and then you can try that on them. And if you want like the armpit lower or higher or the legs tighter, you can always just take them in that way. And that's what seamstresses do. And it seems hard, but it's really not. And that's how I've like set myself aside making my own patterns. So there's always going to be similar rompers, similar bummies, similar everything. But the fact that I can say that I made my pattern, it's actually mine. It does look similar to like the one that you guys made last week, but I didn't like cut it out from that. So if you guys understand what I'm saying, like you can make the ankles smaller. I made my cuffs longer and smaller because I wanted them to be a grow with me sort of outfit, so they can roll them if they need to roll them, or like these are my cuffs right here. So they're a little bit longer. They look short on here, but they're 2.5 inches long. And so if they wanted to roll them, they could roll them as a cuff like that. And then as they grow, they can unroll them and they can still wear them because they'll be long enough to wear for a while. That's what I wanted, so I added that to my pattern. So my rompers are technically like an Aram style romper because they are looser fitting. And so when people, I put that in my description. So some people want tight fitting and other people want loose fitting. And so I just let them know what kind it is. And that's why pictures help too, because if you put a good picture on your site, they can see what it looks like. And I always try to put a picture with like a taller, skinnier child and then a shorter, chunkier child, like so they can see the difference between like how it fits. Everybody has their own style and you cannot please everybody. So don't ever think that if someone says something, then, you know, you're doing it wrong, because there is no right or wrong way to do it. You can't please everybody. I just do it the way that I like it, and that's all you can do. It took a long time to learn that, actually, to get comfortable with just being happy with my own product and that you can't please everybody. So as long as you're pleased with your own work, then that should be enough. And that goes back to before when we were talking about thread, and it goes to everything. If you know, whatever thread works for you, use it. Whatever scissors work for you, use them. There's no right or wrong pair of scissors to use. It's whatever you like the best and what works for you, what makes you work faster and more efficient. And you know, same thing with embroidery. Like everyone has their own blanks they like. Everyone has their own applique scissors. Everyone has their own different heat presses. Everyone has their own opinion on everything. So It's just what works for you. And like, don't be ashamed of anything. I'm not ashamed of anything that I use. So I'm more than welcome to like tell you guys everything I use, because obviously I have it for a reason and I use it for a reason, and I'm not ashamed of anything that I use, even if I get it at Walmart or anything. Like, yeah, I have a professional like business, but I still buy things from Walmart. Like, I'm not ashamed of that. So I do leave these ones longer on the liner because I like to tuck those into the side seam so that when they wash them, and then it's like extra secure because I even tack my liner down to my body, and then it's definitely not coming out because I don't want that liner to come out on them at all. But sometimes these ones on the sides are a pain to get through this, so you got to work with it. And there's no like specific length to pull it through. I just pull it through until I feel like stopping. There's no real length. I just make it up. I'm moving really slow tonight, guys. Sorry. Feels like Sunday to me. And so after I finish this one, I'm going to bring over a few different orders and then show you guys like how I do my lineup. This one was just like almost finished, and I just wanted to finish it and put it away. So always make sure your cuffs are facing the right way. Am I good? Am I still buffering, or am I all good? I haven't looked at the computer. I just keep talking. You were afraid to bust the bands? No. Try it, and like, so like what I did, what you can do is just get like a practice piece of fabric and just do different seams that you're wanting to use and test out. So this is what I did in the beginning when I first started. I would just get like, you know, like a square piece of fabric and then just start doing seams all over it and testing them out, and then pull on the, you know, wash it, see how it washes, pull on it, see how it, you know, stands the stress, and if they break or if they don't break. Because I didn't know, like I said, I'm self-taught. So in the beginning, I didn't know that a straight stitch would break if you're wearing them as like pants, or, you know, you needed it to stretch over your body. I didn't know that. And then I figured it out because my son's pants broke. So there's always a starting point, and you just got to test it out. And then that was when I realized, oh, wait, that's why there's a zigzag stitch. I had no idea. And so, and that's why I'm here, you know, on this channel mostly, is to teach you guys like from my mistakes. Like, I've made so many different mistakes, and you just learn from them. But honestly, that's why I invested in a serger, is because they literally, it's so much easier to sew clothing with a serger versus a sewing machine. And you're always going to need a regular sewing machine, like for straight stitches and stuff. So don't be like, oh, I should have bought a serger instead of sewing machine, because actually you have to start with a standard sewing machine because you need that for everything. At least in my opinion. always check my seams to make sure that they look good and that I caught all of it and there's no holes or anything like that. And I don't think I mentioned this last time because, I don't know, I forgot, I guess. But if you do go around it, like we just did, or like I just did, and then you notice that you didn't catch the seam, you don't have to take the whole thing out. You can literally go around it again and then make sure that you've caught that in there. So you don't have to take this whole thing out if you miss a seam. Just put it back under there the same way and go around it again. But if I do that, I always make sure I do the other side twice too, just so that the thickness is the same consistency. Okay. My shirt keeps falling down. Sorry, guys. Hi, everyone. Hi, everyone. How many are in here? Thanks for coming tonight, you guys. On your way in, if you could give this video a thumbs up, I would love that. I can't read fast enough. Hi, Alicia. I didn't know you were here. Okay. Can you guys see what I'm doing? Is my angle okay, or do you want me to move it? Watching while I work. Hi, Dan. I feel like you guys can't really see what I'm doing. Is that better? Hi, Cindy and Cindy. So this is a headband that somebody had placed an order, and it was for a romper and a pair of bummies. And then she messaged me and said, oh my God, I forgot to order a headband. And I said, no problem, just go on there and order it and tell me, you know, what order it goes to. But I'd already sent out the other order. And so that's what I'm doing right here. I'm making her a headband, and then I'll send her out the headband separately. So luckily she didn't need it like right away. So it worked out perfect for both of us. But yes, if you ever go onto my website and it's a new print, like this was my bunny print, and I didn't have the headband, the matching headband like listed on my site yet, but everything that I make clothing wise always has either a matching beanie or headband. So there's always something to match it. I just don't always have it uploaded right away. So. Sorry guys, I have a tickle in my throat. See how fast these little headbands are to sew up? They take no time. And everybody always wants them to go with their outfits. So it's like a really good upsell. I'll just mess with it until I like the way it looks. Twist it. And there you go. You have your headband. Yeah. It was a while ago. I don't remember when I did them, but so then I keep my headband things over here. I don't want to step on any cards. I just keep them right back here. Whoops, that's the wrong one. And so whenever I'm done doing the headband, I'll just grab my paper. This is what I put them on. And then I just put it over it. And that's how I pack it in the packaging. I just make it look pretty. And then that's how it goes, just like that. And then I'll stick it inside of their thing. Oh, so if you guys want to know, I got, this is a colored one, but I ordered all black ones. They're just like these ones that you guys have like messaged or commented on. I actually like these ones better because they just have the slit right here and I can just stick everything in. These ones are the same thing, except they have a flap that are supposed to be for like car dealers that they want to lock the keys in here. And so I just fold the flap in here. But sometimes my invoices get caught inside the flap when I'm trying to like hurry and package items. And so these ones are just a lot easier because I can literally just like pull it right out. So I put these in my description box as well. If you guys look under there, there's two different ones for the vinyl invoice holders. I labeled them differently. The first one is my old kind, and then I think the second one is this one. And you can get colorful ones, like these are the colored ones, but I like to have all my stuff the same color. I'm weird. So I ordered like all black ones. And these kind are a lot cheaper. I think you get like 25 of the other ones for like $30. And these ones you get like, I can't remember how many I got. Probably 25 or 30 of them, I think, for like $14.99 or something. So yeah, dry erase pockets. So super nice. I love them for my orders. Okay, so now this is done. Done. Okay, I'm gonna go grab some orders. I'm gonna put you this way so you can see what I'm doing, and I'll be right back. Do you guys have any questions? Yes, Alicia, they're amazing. I love those things. Waiting on the Lovey video. Yes, I'll be making a Lovey video. Every day in my class, I have so many of those from teaching. I just need to bust them out. Yes, Nita, they're awesome. They keep me organized. Okay, so I need to do this one. Here, I'll show you guys what I'm doing. I can take you over there real quick. Let me unplug my phone. All right. Can you guys see what I'm doing? All right, so that's me. So these are all my orders. This is how I keep them. These are all orders that came in like this weekend. So I have to do all these. I print them out on usually Sunday night or Monday morning, but I didn't do them until just right before here, or right before the live, and I try to get organized. But I'm gonna turn this around so you guys can see. So I don't want to show you guys like their addresses and stuff, but these ones right here I lay out that need to be cut. I have not cut these ones yet. Those are blanket, like lovey blankets that I need to cut as well. So I keep those in this like little thing right here. So this one I'm waiting on some fabric, and so I can't really do anything with that one yet. And then these ones right here, they're already all cut. They have everything in them ready to go. So I just grab them and I go, like, and they're all put in order. So like by the dates that they need to go out. So that's how I do that. And then over here, I keep, so these ones right here are the ones that I just finished. So I put them over here so that I can heat press them and then take them over to the shipping station. And then like these ones right here are my embroidery ones that need to be done. So these are my shirts. Are you the only one who works? Yes. So it's a lot. And then these ones are embroidery shirts that I've set out that need to go out tomorrow that I need to do tonight. So I just grabbed the shirt. This one I already had the piece of fabric that I needed. I put that with that. I need to do that blanket. So that blanket was in an invoice over there that I left. And then these over here I've set down over here because I need to use my Cricut machine and cut out my, these are for, those are my organic nursing pads. And so I set these over here because I cut them all out at the same time. And this lovey I've already embroidered. It has the name on it. And then I just need to cut the backing out and then sew it together. So that is how I do my orders. And if you guys haven't seen, this is the table I'm always talking about. This is a Sew Steady table. I love this thing. It's actually bigger than it looks. It doesn't look that big on camera, but it is like 3 feet. It's like 24 inches by like 36 inches, I believe. I'm not quite sure exactly how big it is, but I love it because it has this little tray in here and I can keep my tags, and I don't put a lot of stuff in there because I don't like it all cluttered. But this is the machine I started out on embroidering. So that was my single needle, and then I just transitioned it into a standard sewing machine and put my table on it, and I now use that for my blankets only. So that is where I do that. Okay, so this is all my fabrics, and this is the computer I do my editing on, and then I come over here, and this is where I do all my sewing. So I'm going to plug my phone back in and get to work. So I'm gonna just heat press these really quick so I can get them over. This one doesn't need to be heat pressed. So if you're new here, I heat press everything. This is for my applique, so I don't use that for my clothing. So I know that it doesn't have any gunk on it. And I always clean this. I don't know if you guys clean your this has a Teflon sheet on it, and you can take these off. I get these on Amazon. They're linked in my description box. I absolutely love these. They come on and off. Same thing with the top. Comes right on, off. So I take this off when I do my screen print transfers, and then I put it back on for anything else. And I clean it daily after I use it with just my Cricut scraper. And I just lightly like go over the top of it to get any, you can see there's like little like glue pieces on it. Even though I use my Teflon sheet and fold it, it still gets stuff on it. So always be cautious of that, because you don't want any of that stuff on any clothing that you're making. So I just clean it daily. I also have in this bottle, I got this bottle at like Home Depot or something. This is dehydrated alcohol, and so sometimes I'll spray it on here when it's off, and that cleans it off any residue that's on there. It literally peels it right off. That stuff is good for everything. If you make sublimation cups or anything like that, because I used to do cups. I'm telling you, I used to do everything. See all this stuff back here? I don't know if you can see it, but it's like there's a lot. And I just use a microfiber cloth and wipe it off. But that dehydrated alcohol gets everything on. It cleans the surface so good. So you can use that too. I don't know. This is satisfying to me to see like everything that comes up. I'm weird. So you can like, there's a lot on here right now, and it just like, I don't even have an explanation of how it gets on here. It just does. It goes through the adhesive goes through the backing, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I don't know. So I just make sure I clean it. And the reason why I heat press all my items is just personal preference. I like the outcome of it better than an iron. I used to have an iron sitting up here and I put it away because I never ever use it. And it was a nice one. I had, you know, a good quality iron, and this is just so much faster and I like it better. Always make sure your seams are laying flat. So like, see the difference between this side and this side? It's like way different. It's just like a cleaner touch. I don't know. And right here, I'm just rolling out my seams because they're tucked inside the pant leg. And if I iron it that way, then it'll actually make the legging smaller than it should be. Do you guys have any questions? There are some shots on Etsy that make labels. Yeah, I get my labels on Etsy. My clothing labels. I have her linked in my description box. It's Mountain Street Arts. Someone said she wasn't like doing anymore, but I just ordered from her, so I don't know. And then I usually just fold them up, like, I'll show you guys. I just fold them. I have a way. I usually do it so the tags are in the back. So these are the way that I put my tags on, just like that. And then I just fold it in half. Make sure there's no wrinkles underneath, because if there's wrinkles underneath and then I package it, it's in a tight packaging and then it gets all wrinkled by the time the client or customer actually gets them. And then I don't like that. So I just do it like pretty. I like my stuff pretty. Pretty is the word. So I think I told you guys before in the past that I was having my website redone, not my Etsy site. My Etsy site has just always been up and running, and I'm constantly adding new things to that. But my actual website, I've had somebody, a marketing company, redo, like, not my pictures because I do my own pictures, but like just redo everything on it and like recreate a new site. So like a relaunch. And that was supposed to be done and up and running in January, and then we ran into some issues and whatnot, because what technical challenges don't I have? So that happened, and I just got an email from her this morning, I believe, that it should be up and running this week. So I'm excited about that. I didn't finish these. What am I doing? See, I'm losing track of everything. I need to finish these ones. Okay. So there's some exciting news for the weekend. Coming over here now. I know. Thank you, Sandy. I'm so excited. I've been waiting for this. Was in, why did my computer turn off? That's weird. The first time I met with them was in November. And so they were like, yeah, it'll take like a month and no more than a month. And then it was supposed to be December, and then it was supposed to be January, and now finally it's happening. So we'll see. So apparently I'm having issues with my internet because this computer just literally like shut down and I didn't turn it off. So I don't know. But if you guys can hear me and see me, then we're good. Five to 6 weeks for what, Diana? Do I stitch the elastic in my leggings or thread it? So I stitch them. I just serge them together like this. So it's on there like that. And I just pull it as I go so that it's just like an elastic waistband. And then after this part, I go over to my standard sewing machine and then I do a zigzag stitch along the serged edge. So that's how I do those. Hi, Rose. How are you? Oh, nice. Did you get what? Which one did you get? That's exciting. Tennessee. Oh, it's cold. I can't do cold. I get grumpy. I'm a native from Arizona. So when it gets cold here, it's probably really warm to you guys, but I can't do cold. Well, I started talking to you guys and I left the other orders over there, so I'll be right back. Just gonna grab this one, this one, this one. So I usually only grab like 5 at a time because I don't like to have too much like on my table at a time. So I just grabbed the first, because like I said, I put them in order as they need to go out. So I just grabbed the first 5 and take them and then do those like completely through and then press them and then put them over there. Like I just pressed those 2 items and they're on my table now to get ready to package. And so now I have another romper. So romper, bummy, and romper. So these 2 are the same kind of romper, same fabric print, and there's 2 items in here. There's bummies and rompers, so 18 to 24 months. This one's 12 to 18 months. So if they're different sizes in the same print, I have to separate them because I need to know what size is what. I can't mix them up like that. And then there's two bummies that are the same print as well. And one of them is 3 to 6 months, and then the other one is 18 to 24 months. So those are a pretty big difference on sizes, so I'll be able to tell what is what. So what I'm going to do now is just take out the bigger one of this. And so this one is 18 to 24 months. So what I normally do is take out all the 18 to 24 months and sew those all at the same time, or at least like serge these. So I'm going to serge these pieces, and I've already prepped them by putting on the shoulder stabilizer. So if you watched my last live, we put stabilizer on all of the shoulder straps, liners, and body pieces. It's just for more stability when the child is, or the parent is taking it on and off the child, it doesn't rip a hole in them. And so I've already prepped those. So after I cut them, I prep them. And then after they're all prepped, I roll them up and I put them in the folder. So let me cover this real quick so you can see. So like this one is how it looks. So after it's all prepped and everything, I roll them all up and then I put them in these folders. And then that means when they're in there, they're already ready to go. I can just literally start sewing them. So it's literally step by step by step by step. So it takes a lot to get it all in order. But then you feel like you're getting nowhere, and then all of a sudden all of your orders are done. So it's just the way that I do it makes it easier for me. So these are all 18 to 24 months, 18 to 24 months, 18 to 20, or this one's 12 to 18. So this one, I need to move to the side. I'm getting myself confused, all talking. Okay, here we go. 18 to 24, 18 to 24. This one's 18 to 24, but those are bummies. I'm going to leave them in there. Bummies and bummies. Okay. So I put them all in their size category, and I sew. So each of the cuffs need to be sewn, and each of the liner pieces need to be sewn. And so these are the same size, so I'm just going to keep on going with that size. I wasn't home today, so usually I have this like all laid out and prepared and ready to go, and I have the sizes all out. So I make size markers. They're over there, but I just cut out like with cardstock little strips that say the size on them, like 18 to 24, like whatever from newborn all the way up, and then I'll lay them down on top of whatever size I have out. That way I don't have to like think about it. I just know. I always check the stretch just to double check and make sure that I cut it the right way, or my brother cut it the right way, because sometimes he helps me cut. Okay, so I am taking these off because these two are the same size, and I don't want to get them confused with the other sizes. So what I do is I cut all this extra threads off. And this one I know is my back piece because it has the longer armpit. So I leave that to the side because I'm going to put a tag on it. This is the shorter one, so that one I don't put a tag on. I put only my tags on the back pieces. And this one is a back one too, because you can see how long the armpit is. So those two I got to put size tags on. And I try to work the fastest way possible. So when I'm over there putting tags on these, I'll be over there sewing the rest of the waistbands on, the leggings, and then tacking down the liner to the other romper that I had just previously made. So I just kind of like tag team everything I do, if that makes sense. So these need 18 to 24 months on them. So I set them over here, and then what I do is take my labels, and I just grab two, because there's two of them, 18 to 24 months, and I put those on there, right? And so now I can do this one and not be confused. And then that way I can tag them all at the same time. So this is my 12 to 18 month one. So I'm going to put a 12 to 18 month on here. That way I know exactly what size it is. It's this one right here. And sometimes I'll lay this underneath of it as well. You guys have any questions? I haven't looked at the computer in a little bit. How long does it take you typically for you to sew a romper or your leggings? So leggings are super quick. Leggings will take me maybe 15 minutes from start to finish. They're super easy. But I never do them like one at a time. I always like do, like I said, like 5 orders at a time sort of thing. And my rompers take probably 25 minutes, depending. So not that long. Snowstorm. No, I live in Arizona, so there's no snow here. It actually did snow, like sprinkle snow, not a lot, just like barely. Like, what was it, last week? I think it was last week, maybe the week before. I had to get organized. I was losing my mind, so I had to figure out a system that worked for me, and this was the best system that I figured out. So I'm a very I'm old school, and so I really like paper calendars. I like to write things down. I hate computers. Probably you guys can tell, like, I'm not good with technology. So I'll use my phone calendar, but I'll also write it down like 3 other places. And I just have to see stuff. And so these folders work really good for me because I can see what print I'm working with. I can see the order. I can see the date it needs to ship by. It just keeps it organized. Just in running a business, you need to know, like, when do I need to get this out? When did they order it? I can see if they write notes on it, like a special order or something. Because like some people will message me and I'll say, okay, just I'll remember, obviously I remember talking to you about it, but I have so many orders coming in that I need you to, when you order it, write in the notes at checkout, you know, you need this, this, and this, and we talked about it. And then I can refer back to, I'll see it on the invoice, but then I can also like refresh my memory by going back to our messages. But I always tell them to write it in the notes at checkout. And I'll tell you why. Because if for some reason they get the product and it wasn't the way that they thought it should be, I guess. This has never happened to me, but in my head I think these things just to save my butt. And if they're like, well, I didn't ask for that way, then you can say, well, no, it's on your invoice. This is exactly what you said, and this is exactly what you got. So that's why another reason why I say to write it in the notes, because it backs you up. You have it in writing or typing. Because people change their mind all the time. And with me, I order from Spoonflower, and so when people want a certain thing, I can just tell them, you know, you can pick any print you want. If I don't have a print that you like, you can go onto the Spoonflower website, look up anything you want, send me a picture of it, and then I can, you know, custom make that for you. It's going to take longer because I have to ship it, and, you know, they know that. So, you know, I just write that in there in our little notes that we have back and forth to each other and just say, okay, you know, we talked about this, this, and this. This is the print you want. I screenshot the print that they sent me. I send it to them. And then I write down, you know, it's going to take at least 2 weeks for shipping because that's how long Spoonflower takes forever. And unless they want to expedite it, we can talk about that. But it's going to take 2 weeks to get to you. It's going to, you know, I need another few days to make it, and then I can ship it to you. So you're not going to get it for at least 3 weeks. And they know that, and if they're okay with that, and it's in they can't come after, you know, me for not shipping it by this date or whatever. So it's just a good way to like communicate and be on top of things. The advice I always give everyone is just be open and communicate with your customer, because the more honest and sincere you are with them, the more they're going to trust you, and the more they're going to, you know, be willing to come back to you for future items. Like, even if, you know, you over or underestimate what you have on stock or whatnot, that's okay. Like, as long as you're honest with them, most of the time they don't care. I've never had somebody, you know, upset because I made a mistake, as long as I was honest with them. Okay. So this one is the back piece, because I know, see the difference in the armpits? You can tell. This one's the front side, this one's the back side. So now I'm going to take all of these, because those are all the orders that need. The bummies don't need to be tagged until after they're all done. So that's why I don't do those at first. So now I'm going to go over here and I'm going to tag my items. Sorry, you guys can see my computer. So it takes no time at all. I just come over here. And the reason why I do this is so that I, you know, don't sew up a whole outfit and then I'm like, oh, what size was that one? Like, did this go? Because they're the same prints. And so I just like to tag them right away so that I don't have any issues with, you know, what size they are. And everyone has their own way of doing it. I just do it this way. Especially when I do inventory, I have to like, I have a lot of, you know, items going on, and so I just usually do piles. And then what I meant by the tags, let me see if I have one. Oh, so I make these and I stick them on my items. So they're just, you know, paper or cardstock, and then I just label them and then I set them on top of whatever I'm making. And then that way I don't get confused on what size is what. And I literally just make up these things, you guys. It's just a way for me to stay organized. And so now that this one's tagged at 12 to 18 months, I can literally, I know it goes to that one, but if I didn't have that one laying there, I could just put it down and then I can look at the, you know, the invoice and know that that goes to that one. So I wouldn't get confused. And I keep all my labels in here. I just replenish them as they get low. I don't like a ton of stuff out, and so I keep a lot of back stock, like back there or under my ping pong table that I use for like all my stuff. If you guys noticed, that was a ping pong table, which works out great because it separates my stuff. I put like all of my shipping stuff on the other side, and then all on this side is like my orders to go out. We used to play ping pong, but not anymore. So this one's done. Sorry guys, I don't even know what's going on in the conversation. I will look at it when I'm done over here. And just so you guys know, I do go back and read the comments. If you guys have questions that I don't answer during the lives, I will answer them. I just can't really look at it while I'm sewing. So like, if I can't sleep or whatever, I'll sit there and scroll through what you guys are talking about and answer any questions. So I will get to it eventually. Okay, so now, sorry, I just hit the microphone. I got to put tags on the pants. So these right here, I'm going to tack that down first. But both of these are 12 to 18 months. You lost me? My hair, can you guys hear me? Nita, can you hear me? Sandy, can you hear me? Anyone? Okay. See, I keep not paying attention and then losing you. And I'm not even looking, so sorry. So now I'm tacking down the liner. This is its own step. Well, they're all their own steps, but you know what I mean. What are you guys working on tonight? Are you guys watching or are you working? The only thing is I wish that this had its own cutter because, do I have, okay, I thought I lost everybody again. I was like, what? So this already has tags on it, so that's good to go. So I wish that this had its own cutter. So when I need to upgrade, I'm going to upgrade to one that has a cutter on it. So it's easier because it takes time. I mean, it's not that much time. I'm just being selfish now because any time that I can have is good time, you know. I don't know what I'm trying to say. It would be faster if I had a cutter, is what I'm trying to say. Because I wouldn't have to sit there and cut all the threads. So if you're wondering what I'm doing right here, I'm just putting the tags in and then I'm going to be sewing the waistband on. But I put my tags on first and then that way they're tacked down and I don't have to worry about them like coming out or anything. They're literally secure in there. So when I do my live for my tutorial on loveys, I'm not sure when that's going to be yet. Actually, I do. It's in my planner, and I can tell you guys in a second if you want to know. Because me, Connie, and Gabby got together, and we planned our next like month and a half out. And so we're not going to tell you guys until like the week before because it has to be somewhat of a surprise sometimes. So, but I will show you guys how to make your own pattern and you can make it like whatever size you want. Am I good? I keep seeing like comments and then no comments. So I don't know if I'm live right now or not. I can't tell. But anyway, you can make your loveys whatever size you want, which is the nice part about it because I like my loveys to be a little bit smaller. That's the reason why I decided to do crib blankets and matching loveys was because I didn't want, I know with when my kids were smaller, they wanted to bring their crib blanket with them everywhere they went. And I didn't like that because then I'd have to wash their crib blanket like so many different times. And with a lovey, it's just small and they can just carry it with them, but it's the same exact material, same print, same everything. That's why I did them to match each other. And I chose my size of it just for my liking, but it's literally a rectangle with a little tag on the end. And the reason why I put the little tag up in the corner like I do is so that I can use a ring and have it snap on nicely. What does it say? Oh, the loveys, yeah. And so when I first started making them, it would just be a square. So so this is a square. Let me show you. So say that this is my lovey right here, right? Imagine this being a big lovey. And then I put a ring on this corner and bring it down. You're taking away from that square. So you're not getting the full size of it. So I made an extra like piece of fabric sticking out the top so that I can use that to fold over. And it doesn't take up any extra space on the lovey. I'll show you guys how I did that. It's super simple. But you can make them exactly whatever size you want. Mine are 11 by 13. And that's just what I've always done. I like it. It's a little bit smaller than most loveys. I think are like 17 by 17, or they're like a perfect square. And I don't like mine a perfect square. I like them a little bit off. But it's all personal preference. So right here, I'm just tacking down the waistband. You want to pull from both ends. Making sure your seams line up when you get to them. And I make sure that all the extra fabric up on top is nice and taut so it doesn't make a weird ruffle on top. And I always do my forward and back stitch on the side seam so you can't see it on the pant itself. I used to do it in the back where the tag went, but then you could see it and I didn't like that. And so then I figured out to do it on the side seam. Voila, and you can't see it. Just the things you learn as you go. And then one day you're like, how did I not do that? Or why did I not know that? But you live and you learn. And so that is how I do the waistbands on my pants. And you just do the zigzag stitch. Okay, next. Yes, experience is everything. Just like practice makes perfect, nothing is perfect. Still, After 3 years of doing this every single day, I'm not perfect. Nobody's perfect. But you always strive to be better. I'm always constantly like, how can I make this better? How can I make this better? Or how can I make this faster? Or is there a different, you know, like just everything. Same with just like everything in life, you know? It's the same thing that I tell my kids, like my daughter who's in volleyball. Like I just, you know, you're never going to be perfect, but try your best. That's all that you can do. And as long as you're happy and you love yourself, then that's perfect. You got to have faith in yourself before anything else. Don't say you can't do it. Say, yes, I can do that. And even if you can't the first time, don't give up. Just keep doing it. That's what I did. It's like these leggings. I didn't make these leggings like this always. I didn't start this way. I taught myself how to do the waistbands this way. And I like them better this way. The way that I did them before, I made a casing and I would pull the elastic through every time, which is fine. And there's no like, it's not a wrong way to do it. I just like this way better. I actually just feel like it's more secure this way. That's why I like it. And honestly, it's easier. Once you get it down, it's way easier. I hope I'm still there. Okay. So right here, I like to pull the strings out. Sometimes they all four come out on one side and then I cut them all at the same time. Sometimes it doesn't work, so then I have to flip it over and cut the one on the inside out. But yeah. So these are the ones that I need to take a picture of. They're so cute. They're my wild ones. Look at how cute those are. I love them. Okay. So now these ones are good. I just need to flip out this piece. So like I said in my last video, there's no good time to do this part. So right now I feel like doing it right now just because I'm here sitting down and talking to you guys. Sometimes I'll wait till they're all ready to be flipped and I'll flip them all at the same time. It just depends. There's no step in line for this part. I don't like this part. This is my least favorite part about a romper. I don't know why. I just wish I could just do this and it'd be done. The flipping. Some of them come out easy and some of them I have to sit there and mess and fiddle with to get like that perfect corner. Like this right here. Like this corner turned perfect and this one didn't. Sometimes I can do it with my finger inside. But that's why I cut the corners when I'm over there and you saw me cutting the corners. That's why I cut the corners, because it makes them easier to turn. Okay, so now these things are done. My computer shut off again. You guys have any questions? I liked making tutus too. They just weren't, I don't know. They weren't in my like niche, I guess. I'm more of like the clothing. I don't know how to explain it. They were super cute. I actually found a tutu under here that I had, my very first tutu that I made when I was cleaning my garage the other day. I'm like, oh my God, my very first tutu. And it was a ruck. I'm just going through some of the comments. So glue, paper, scissors, what is your name? I see you all the time and you've probably told me your name and I apologize, but I'm horrible with names. So it takes me a couple times. So please tell me your name again. But yes, this machine, I put a walking foot on. So I never have to, I never change it. I always leave my walking foot on there. Where do I get my labels? They're from an Etsy shop called Mountain Street Arts, and they're organic sew-in labels. Let's see. I have had 2 live and live and learn moments just today. Oh, well, good. That's how you get stronger and you learn more from your mistakes. We all start somewhere. That's correct. Do I use non-roll elastic? Yes, I use non-roll elastic because it's a lot softer. I think I'm sorry, I do not use non-roll because it's harder. So for tutus, I know that when I made the tutus, I would use the non-roll elastic, but for my leggings, I just use regular elastic. It's super soft. I get it from, it's on my description box. I think it's like Zipper, something like that. I can't remember the name of it, but I get like the huge rolls of it. Yes, Sarah, I believe in everyone and I believed in you and I won't stop believing in you. You can do whatever you put your mind to. You are you guys, Sarah is an amazing artist. I had no idea. And let me tell you, she has blown me away. How does the seam not come apart if you cut the corners of the straps? Okay, Lisa, I've had this question before and I've showed, I think on my last live, let me sew these pieces together after I get through these comments and then I will show you how to cut it without cutting the seam. I get that question a lot. It's just so like when you sew these pieces together or serge them together, you can see where the corners meet and you want to cut above the corner. You don't want to cut the corner. You're just cutting the extra fabric or the extra thread on the top. So right here, the corners meet. You want to cut up here. So you're not cutting it all the way off. What do you mean, Raina? You missed the live chat? Thank you, Sandy, for tagging that. Burn a machine at the shop. I want to do like an in the hoop project. I've never actually done that. Yes. The sergers are, yeah, so the way that the serger does it, I'll show you when I sew this, I'll show you what I mean. All right, I think I'm caught up. If you guys have any questions, just ask and I'll catch up again. Okay, so this goes to this one. So I do these last, I put them aside. I sew the bodies on first. This is the front of the body. This is the back of the body. And I know that because, like I said, the armpits are a lot shorter. You just want to make sure you sew the right part on. And I just always check the stretch just to make sure, because like I said, sometimes I cut them, sometimes my brother does. And I just want to double check that it's done correctly before I even start. Okay, so see, let me get up here close. See right here, you can see where they come together. I'm going to cut this part right here off, not where the corners meet, because if you cut where the corners meet, that's when you're going to get a hole. So I'm going to show you how I do it. So see, that's where they meet right there. Don't look at my nails, I need to get them done. I don't cut where that corner is. I cut above it on both of them. So the corner is never going to come out. You just got to be careful not to cut up there on that corner. Basically cutting just the bulk off at the top. Hi, thanks for joining. I don't know why it keeps reconnecting, but it's not hanging up from you guys, so that's fine. As long as you guys can hear me. I'm usually not this crammed. It's just because I have a computer behind me. I have my phone here. I have a lot of things going on right up here. So it's all awkward. So if you guys make rompers, I would suggest doing the stabilizer like I showed you guys, because if you don't, you will run into a problem of a hole. The whatever snap you decide to use will eventually puncture a hole in the strap from taking it on and off. So you want to think about putting on a stabilizer. Just on the shoulder part, like right here where I'm sewing, just the shoulder strap. Right where the snaps go, that's the only part you need it. You just line up the body pieces the best you can. And I didn't know this part either. The whole tacking the liner to the body, I just learned that because it would flop around, like after I'd wash it, it would flop around and like being washed, and then I'd have to fix it and everything. And so I like was wondering, how do I keep this like attached to the body without like issues? And so then these bigger ones are hard because you have to like make sure they're lined up. So then I just discovered to tack the liner down. I'm sure I'm not the first one to discover that or figure that out, but it has really, really helped. Am I still connected? Are you guys all staying healthy? With this whole COVID thing? Vacuums? I love vacuums. I just hate dust. Oh no. I'm sorry, Liz. Is it bad? I hate when I hear people have it because it makes me feel so bad. My grandma and grandpa had it, and I was scared so bad for them because my grandma's not the healthiest. She got over it, like faster than my grandpa did, and my grandpa's really healthy for his age. So it was just really scary. Like as soon as I found out they had it, I literally, my heart fell to the floor. Me and my grandma are like best friends. Is this super loud in your guys' ears? Is that why you guys are talking about power tools? Because this is probably making you go deaf? Because my microphone is right here on my shirt. Ugh, I'm so sorry, Liz. Please rest as much as you can. And shopping, look at all the surgery thread. Last time she only made 2 left. Actually, and Sarah Ann Creations, she was so kind to ask me if I wanted her to help me find some thread because she was going to Joann's. And I said, absolutely, you are amazing. If you go to Joann's and they have thread, I will Venmo, or however you take cash, I will Venmo you the money so that I can get my thread, because I love this thread and I wasn't going to want to try a new one because I hate trying new products when I already like the one I use. And luckily, we got really lucky because she got 9 cones for me. So she sent me 9 cones, and so I should be good for a couple weeks or a week. I don't know. Depends on how much time I have working. So I go through them pretty quick. And I don't know why all of a sudden, like, Joann's was out of thread. It's so weird. Yes, Cindy, she's so sweet. She literally messaged me and was like, I might go to Joann's today. Do you want me to check on thread for you? And I was like, what? You're amazing. So she did, and she texted me right away and said, oh my gosh, they have 9 of them here. Do you want me to grab them all? And I said, yes, grab them all, please. But I hadn't received that, or I didn't respond to that message right away because I didn't have my phone on me. And so I was like, oh no, she probably left like without getting them because I didn't respond. But then she messaged back right away and said, no worries, I already left, but I had got them all. So I got lucky. Lucky. I don't know what, I mean, I would have had to try a different brand, but I don't like trying different brands. Like I said, I like to stick with what I know and what I like. I'm just like that kind of old school person that I find one thing. I'm like my dad. My dad's a cowboy, and he just likes what he likes and he sticks with it. So I sew all my body pieces together for all the ones that I have laid out here. And then I go back through and put the cuffs on last. Well, before I move over to the other machine, I put the cuffs on. So I do everything on the serger first, and then I move over to the other machine. Oh yeah, is this machine super loud? I didn't read. What brand do I use? No, I use Gutermann. This one. Can you read that? I don't know, the glare. But it's Gutermann. It's Gutermann overlocking thread. Good night, Sarah. I probably missed you, but good night. All right. Yeah, I don't use the maxi lock. The maxi lock sheds too much. I tried the maxi lock and I don't like it. It's too linty for my liking. Like for how much I serge on here, I don't have that much lint. I do clean it like probably like every other day I'll clean it. But that's because I use it a lot. If I didn't before, when I didn't use it as much, I clean it like once a week. But I clean it and oil it. And then it runs good. But yeah, it doesn't have that much lint from this thread. That's why I like it, because I can find it. Usually I can find it at the store. This time I had a hard time. But yeah. Good thing Sarah got those for me, because I would have been out of luck. Sorry guys, this is probably boring. I'm doing the same thing over and over and over again, but this is my daily life. Welcome to being in bliss. Romper after romper. I think that's why I love doing what I do, but I like doing the shirts, embroidery shirts. I started doing that as a hobby, and then obviously it turned into part of my business. But it's because they're mostly different. Like you can do different designs and do different colors, and like I really, really want to get to a point where I can make new print or new designs, because I haven't been able to in a very long time. Because every time I have to be out here working, like doing orders. And I don't have time to sit down and do samples. And I really, really love designing, and I just want to do that. And I can't right now. But it gets my creative side flowing, so it's fun. I got these scissors at Walmart. They're little tiny friskers, and they're so sharp, and I love them. They cut right through the fabric, so nice. Aw, you guys are sweet. There's a supply website called Walk Walk that my mom's friend introduced me to, and the more that you buy, the cheaper it is. They have all the supplies. Walk Walk? I'm gonna have to write that down. I don't have a pen near me. What are the settings that you have on my serger? So the settings, I literally don't touch them. From left to right, I go 4, 4, 4, 4.5. and I don't ever touch it. The settings on the side over here are the standard settings that the machine comes with, which is 1, 3, and 5. And I don't have my cutter on. My cutter's always off. So that's just how I've trained myself to use the serger. I never have my cutter on. But I also make my patterns, so I make them without seam allowances. So you have to keep that in mind too. I know, rompers are super popular. They are more time consuming because there's a lot of steps and pieces to them. But the outcome is so awesome. I love it. Like, even though I've been working with some of the same prints like for the last year, because I have a handful of prints that are like year round, and then I always bring in seasonal prints and whatnot. But yeah, like I still just love them every time I finish them. They're cute. Same thing with my bummies. I love my bummies. Well, actually, I love everything because obviously that's why I make it. I wouldn't make it if I didn't like it. Honestly, that's why one of the reasons why I stopped making the bib and burp cloths too was because, I mean, anybody can really make those. And they just, for the money I was making for them, it wasn't, I don't know how to say it. You can't charge that much for a bib and burp cloth for the amount of time it took me to, because the way that I sew things, like I want it perfect, I want to press it, I want to do a top stitch, you know, the whole bit, and it took longer for me to sew them than it was actually worth, is what I'm saying. So I stopped making them because it just wasn't good for my business. So you have to make business choices like that, and it's really hard. When I first started, I made so many different things. Like I even went to the point of making it like I did woodwork. I mixed that in with my Etsy shop. Like the things that you learn from the beginning to where you are now, like if you're just starting out, let yourself figure out what you need to figure out, because you don't know until you figure it out. Like you don't know until you do it. So I didn't know I was going to be making baby clothes until I got, you know, multiple orders of it and stuff. And then like I like kept making them, and then I got better at making them. And then I started researching fabric and figured out what fabric I wanted to use and what thread I wanted to use and what kind of this and that. You know, you figure it out as you go. And then as I was figuring all that out, I let go of some other things like the bib and burp cloths. I let go of the woodwork. I used to do string art, like with wood. Like I used to do the tutus. Like there's so many things that I used to do that are not in my shop at all anymore. One thing that I really liked doing was I made a travel high chair out of fabric, and that was super popular, but it was also very time consuming, and it had multiple layers, and it took me a really long time to make them for the amount of money I could sell it for, if that makes sense. So I had to pull that from my shop too. But they were literally the coolest item. sorry this live isn't as, I don't know, it's kind of boring live, I guess. I'm just working, so it's not as into like normally I'm like talking and explaining things and this and that. I just kind of have to get these done, so I apologize if this is a boring live. So you guys, my husband is so sweet. You know, when you're married and it's like holidays and stuff, I don't know, like some people probably like always get each other gifts and whatnot. But my husband and I, we have 4 kids, so we're always like, let's just get the kids stuff, and you know, we'll worry about us later. Like, we're married, it doesn't matter. So I've been, you know, I'm old school, and so this whole time with my shop, I've always printed out my invoices, and then with my shipping labels, I'm not all fancy and I don't have like the label maker or the label machine or whatever. Like, I just print it out. I buy 4x6 sticker sheets and then I print them out that way and stick them on myself. But I've been recently looking into getting a shipping labeler because I'm getting a lot busier, and so it just takes a lot more time to go through each order and print it out separately instead of just having it print a bunch at a time. But I don't know why, I just have never thought I needed one, because it's like, why would I spend that much money on a label maker or a labeler if I can just do it this way and it's, you know, $10 for 100 pack or whatever. Which, money's not the issue. It was just like, I would rather spend money on fabric. And so he's so sweet, and I had recently looked up one that I had liked and put it into the shopping cart on Amazon. And for Valentine's Day, he bought the one that I had chose without me knowing. And the other day we were in the car, and it was like Friday, I think, and we were in the car, and I was looking up, somebody had asked me a question on YouTube on what product was, can you link this product or whatever. So it was in my Amazon, and I went to go find it, and I had looked under my orders to get it, and I had seen that he had purchased that. And so I was like, I would guess I wasn't supposed to see that. And he was like, babe, that was for Valentine's Day. He's like, that was supposed to be a Valentine's present to you because I know you really want that. So I just thought that was super cute and sweet of him. So I'm actually going to have a shipping labeler now. I'm super excited. I don't know why I thought it was necessary to tell you guys that. I just thought it was a cute story and I was thinking about it. I know, he's so sweet. And he did say, he was like, I know it's not all romantic, like flowers and stuff like that, but I know you really needed this, so I wanted to get that for you instead. So I was like, aw. I think it's cute when they like think of stuff like that. Yeah, that's true, Carmen. It is the little things. So that's so funny you said that, because that's what I said that right after that. I was like, it's the little things that matter. Like, I don't care about all the big stuff. It's just like the fact that he took the time to like go and look to see which one I liked to get it for me, because he knew it would make my life easier. And what he thinks about is time, because the less time that I have to take going through each order and printing them out separately is the more time that I won't have to work, if that makes sense. So that's what he thinks about, is the time. Okay. So these are a non-directional print, this one, and so I don't have to worry about which way my cuffs go. I do cut off this right here because I want it to be like completely even. So I cut that off. And the reason why I'm doing the cuffs right now and not finishing this one is because I have two prints that are the same and they're different sizes. So I want to make sure I have the right size on the right romper before I move on. And you guys, I get these clips. They're the Wonder clips, but I get these ones on Amazon. Not, I put them in this cup, but these are the Wonder clips. And if you get them at Joann's, they're super expensive. So get them on Amazon. I have them in my description, I think. But they're just the fabric clips. And I use them for everything. But if you get them on, or at the store, they're super expensive. Yeah, he is very observant actually. Well, we work together every day. So whenever I'm filming stuff and you see him in the background, it's because he's working. He still works from home, um, running his business from home while I'm working. And so it's kind of hard. Like, there's no good angle I can do my camera for you guys to see me on what I'm doing for the video and not see him. So I'm like, sorry, you have to be in the video. And he's like, I don't care. Good night, Lisa. Oh, Kimberly, no, take him back. Yeah. When I saw them on Amazon, I was like, I gotta try those because I'm sure they're the same. This was a long time ago. And so I got them and they're literally exactly the same. And so then I got another batch of them. So I have two batches of them. And they come in 100 and they're like, I don't know, $20 or something for like 100 of them. And at Joann's, you only get like 25 or 25 of them or something like that. Like not very much. And they're like $50. It's ridiculous. I remember seeing them for the first time at Joann's and I'm like, why are these clips like super expensive? I just look at stuff like that. Rulers are expensive too. I'm just an Amazon shopper, I guess. I don't know. I had my daughter out here the other day helping me do these cuffs for the first time in forever. I had so many cuffs to turn, and so I had her out here helping me. And I miss working with her because she used to help me all the time. And, you know, teenagers, she's a teenager now. So she's always doing her own thing and not wanting to help. But that one day she wanted to hang out. So I was like, well, I got to work, but you can help me if you want. She's like, I'll help. And so I had her like sitting back here behind me and she was doing what I'm doing right now, flipping all the cuffs. And I wish she was more into it because she's a perfectionist like me. And so, and she's actually a really good artist. And so I wanted her to like kind of work with me. And then that way maybe she could help me design some things and we could just work together that way. But maybe she'll get more into it. I had bought her a sewing machine 2 years ago and she was into sewing and all that, but she was younger. She's 13 now, but that was when she was like 10, 11, and she loved it. And now she's not into it anymore. So I'm hoping one day she'll get back into it. I was never into it until 3 years ago. Now I don't know how I wasn't into it because I love it so much. I also put this in. My links aren't working? My link is not working? That's weird. Oh my gosh, I have so many clips. My daughter's 13. Oh, Kimberly, that's so nice of her. I wish my daughter would be into it. It's not her craft. See, I feel like she would like doing the shirts because she can do her own thing with them. Well, not really her own thing because we have like our own designs for them, but it's still like creating your own thing, I feel like. Yeah. I feel like I just went through all of the links and linked them right. I double checked them too and they were working for me, so hopefully they're working. How's my internet for you guys? Is it still buffering or is it good? Cool. You guys, I used to also do cards. Like I was a paper crafter too. So all of this whole thing right here, all that is like all paper stuff. So you can see like the whole thing, all the way, that whole thing is like stamps and cards, everything for paper crafting. How often do I change my needles? It depends. I sometimes change them. Like if I'm like, oh, I haven't changed them in a while, then I'll change them. But then other times I can tell when I serge like these liners right here, just one piece, if they don't look as clean. So like, see how it looks like super clean? I don't know if it's gonna focus, but if it doesn't look clean like that, then I'll change them. But I never let them get to the point where they break because then I have to rethread the whole thing. But I probably change them like once a week. I don't change them that often. And I think it's they're fine because I don't do a bunch of different materials with it. I only use this one material. And whenever I go over big seams, I go really slow. So it's not like it's pounding on it. But if you're wondering, these are the needles I use. They're the stretch needle, and they are 9014. I use the same ones every time. They're the Schmetz stretch needles. I use those ones every time. And then when I clean my machine, this is really dirty because it has, so I use the brush that my machine came with, and I brush it all out. I brush it down. I never go like this or anything like that. I brush it down, and then I take my handy dandy little vacuum, wherever it is, and then I vacuum all of it out, and then I'll use my canned air just to get all the extra debris. I know a lot of people have different opinions on the canned air, but I feel okay about it because I at least brush it out, vacuum it out, and then I spray it. So that's how I do it. And I know if any of you are on here that have emailed me or messaged me and I haven't responded, I've just had a crazy, crazy busy week this week for some reason. And I'm going through my emails, I'm answering you guys, I'm getting through them. Tomorrow I have a babysitter and my son goes to school, so I'll have a lot more time. I need to get through some orders, but that's what I'm doing right now. And then tomorrow during lunchtime, I'm going to sit down and go through all the emails. So if I haven't gotten or responded to you guys, I'm going to try to get back to everyone by tomorrow. By tomorrow night, hopefully I should be answering all the questions. I've answered some on YouTube. Like if I could answer it really quickly, I've gone on there and answered it. So if you ever see that I answer people above you or below you or anything like that and I don't answer your questions, not that I'm ignoring you, it's just that I want to give you a thorough answer to your question. I don't want to just give you a 2-second answer. So I skipped over it because there's a reason. Like I want to get back to you and get back to you the right way. So I will get back to you, I promise. The only one that doesn't work is the tape dispenser. Okay. Actually, that tape dispenser is on and off. So it might not be working right now because they might not have it or it's unavailable. But if you look down, there should be other ones that are there if you need one right away. But keep checking back because I know like that one's a come and go sort of thing. None of the Etsy links work. Really? You guys, this sucks. I literally just sat down and went through all these. Universal because it's flipped a certain way or held for a long time. It sprays. Quick jump should be fine. Yeah, I do quick jumps. I just go psh, psh, real quick, just to spray it out. The last of it. What is the biggest size that I make on a romper? On my website, I go up to size 3T, but I can make up to a size 5-6. I just don't know that many kids that are that old that wear the rompers like this. And it takes up a size 2-3 takes up so much fabric. So that's why I don't offer it. In my description, I say if you need a bigger size, it's literally in my description. You can message me and tell me that you need a specific size, and I can do that. But it also says that the price will be adjusted accordingly because, what was I saying? So the price will be adjusted accordingly because there's 4 parts plus the cuffs to a romper, and if they're ordering a size higher than a 3T, it's just a ton of fabric, and so I have to charge more. And I did recently just increase my prices just a little bit because I haven't done that in 3 years, so I thought it was time. And instead of having one price for every size, I kind of, newborn up to 6 to 9 months is the same price. And then 9 to 12 to 12 to 18 is the same price. And then 18 to 24 to 2 to 3T is the same price. And they're only a few dollars difference, but it's just to compensate for how much fabric is being used. Not snapped correctly. So that is, you're either standing crooked or you pressed it down and like twisted it on wrong. It has happened before when I first started, and that's how I learned to do it differently. You have to stand like with the one that I have, like right on top of it and press it down literally straight on top. If I press it down like sideways or and I'm like standing sideways or anything, it will press crooked, and the press won't press down the pointy part flat. It'll go off to the side, which means it won't snap together right. That's why every time I press it, I snap them just to make sure they're correct. And if they aren't correct, then you can literally just take the piece that you poked the holes with, the really sharp needle, and kind of bend the plastic part into shape. And then I flatten it again so it doesn't come off. So you can kind of fiddle with it, but just pay attention to the way that you're pressing it down, and then that shouldn't happen. All right, guys, I will tomorrow, when I take a break from sewing, I'll go through all my links and double check all them. And if you have a specific one that you need, just message me and I'll do that one first or whatever. So sorry about that. I thought that they were correct, but like I said, I'll be the first to admit that I know how to use computers. I still don't even know how to link stuff on here for you guys, so poor Sandy has to do it for me. I know how to sew. I'm good at that. But other stuff, not so good. Really anything to do with computers or internet or any of that stuff. No bueno. This still might be one of my favorite prints. I just think it's so beautiful. I love it so much. This is my mauve floral. It's so girly. What time is it where you guys are at? Is it late? I don't know why I always feel bad for keeping you guys on late, but it's like, then I think about it and I'm like, well, you guys have the choice to get off whenever you want to get off. So I don't know why I always feel guilty. It's the same thing my husband tells me when I feel guilty about coming out to work, because I always feel guilty if my kids are home, like on the weekends, and I really need to work. I'll only work when they're sleeping. And he'll be like, go work right now while they're up, and like you can get done early. You don't have to stay out late. And then I don't, because I like to work when they're sleeping, because I have this like guiltiness in me. If I'm out here working and they're inside playing or whatever, I feel like I just feel guilty. I don't know. I have an issue. And it's the same thing with my lives. Like if I'm on for a while, I feel guilty. Like I'm keeping you guys on here. But I know you have the choice to leave if you want. I just feel that way. You guys, I cannot even believe my son is starting school on Wednesday. My baby, my last baby. That one I can't. Ew, you guys, I see a spider. Hold on. I don't like spiders. Ew. I haven't seen a spider in here in forever, you guys. Oh my gosh. That literally just freaked me out. I am a hawk when it comes to bugs. I can literally see them out of the corners of my eyes. It's crazy. He literally just started crawling and I saw him. And I was looking this way. Yes, like insane. So my sister and I were hanging out in here one night because this is like I can come in here, I can be as loud as I want. Like my machines can go, my machines will be going, everything, and you can't hear anything inside. So sometimes my sister will come over and visit, and we'll hang out here and listen to music and talk and stuff. And we're literally sitting just like face to face talking and not even looking at the ground. And I live in Arizona, so we are known for scorpions, spiders, stuff like that, right? I have my house sprayed monthly. Like I'm obsessed. I don't do bugs. So there's never anything in here. Hardly. Well, there was just a spider in here, so I can't say never, but there's hardly ever anything in here. I have like insect traps everywhere. Like they're all over my garage everywhere I go. And that's why I have bins, like they're all locked. Like I have them up high, like off the ground, like nothing's on the ground. Like I can't. I just can't even do it. So anyway, we're sitting here talking and we're face to face. And I literally am like, scorpion. And she's like, what? Freaks out. Her legs go in the air, like the whole bit. And she's like, how did you even see that? And I don't even have great eyesight. Like if you guys have been with me since the beginning, you know I have a bad eye. And I just literally, and it matches the floor too. You can't see them. They literally match your ground. I just see them. I see them crawling and I literally freak out. Frogs? Oh my gosh, yeah. Oh my gosh, I can't. Oh, I just got the heebie-jeebies. Just hate bugs. Ew, and snakes. Oh my gosh. Yeah, we have like, so I make my pest control come once a month, and like in the summertime, sometimes more. We have traps like outside because our houses aren't close together. We have like a lot of land like in between our houses. And so there's washes. And so we just have like a lot. It's super pretty, but it's like a lot of like critters and just like rodents and all the other stuff. So we have like traps everywhere and I'm a freak about it. My husband laughs at me. My grandma told me to put down like cayenne pepper or something like that. She said if you put that on your doorways, then it should like make them go away because I don't know if it burns them or what. You found a scorpion in your bed? Ooh. Okay, I'll have to fix all the links. Sorry, guys. I love the pic that you posted of your front yard. Oh, thank you. When it was snowing, I had to document that because I live in Arizona and it doesn't snow or anything here. So I was like, this is an opportunity to remember. I still can't believe I saw that spider. I was cleaning my garage out the other day because I had like, you know, our like house paint and stuff was in this back corner. So I moved everything right there because I hate when I'm on live and video recording and you can see all that back there. So I moved it all, but I was so scared. Every time I move something, I'm like, oh my gosh, there's going to be a spider or a snake or something like in that corner. I didn't see anything, so there was nothing there. But that's just what goes through my head. So I know I said in my last live that I was trying to do one video a week and one live a week, which still stands. But I did say that I was going to do like a video on every Thursday and then a live on Mondays. That way it could be like the week would be split up. So I'm going to take that back because I haven't been able to, maybe because this week was just crazy. But I just wanted to say that there's still going to be a live every week and a video every week. But I can't commit to Thursdays because I don't want to set a day and you guys are like wanting to see a video and I don't have one ready. So I'm just going to say I'm going to try my best to get videos up once a week and lives up once a week, but I can't like promise a day. So there will be a video up. I just don't know when. I already have videos recorded. I just need to edit them. Always check this part before you sew it because you want the seams to be laying the flat the same way on both sides. Do you guys watch TV shows? I used to watch TV shows all the time with my husband. And then, like, I don't know, this house, ever since we've lived here for almost 3 years now. And I basically started my business, like, right when we moved here. Like, I had some stuff at the other house, but I, like, really got focused on my business and then started, like, doing more with it since we've been here. But since we've been here at this house, we haven't watched any TV shows. Like, I don't, because I work at night. And so I'm never, like, in the house to watch shows. And he's always like, can we just watch a show tonight? And I'm like, I really want to. And I feel really bad, but, like, I can't. I'm the only person who does what I do. And I need to figure out what I want to do. Meaning, like, hire help or something. Because it's getting to the point where I can't like keep up with it and I'm just getting so tired. I love TV too. So the show that's just like easy for us to watch because there's always episodes on whenever I come in, like not at 3 o'clock in the morning, if it's like 11 or 12 or something, and we'll just watch an episode. It's Criminal Minds. Do you guys like that show? I just like those kind of shows. And so it's just an easy watch because there's literally always an episode on, and you can find it on whatever. I heard Riverdale is really good. Did you like it? Oh, okay. I didn't finish your sentence. Yeah, Criminal Minds. It's just such an easy watch. There's literally, you turn on the TV, boom, you have an episode. Oh, really? Does it scare you? I don't know. I've just gotten like those things used to scare me, but I've gotten to the point where I'm just like, I don't even know like how to say like how I feel about it. It's just like it doesn't affect me. Like it should be scary, but it's not. I don't know. I kind of laugh at it because it's the way that they make it. It just seems so fake. Like I don't know. And my sister's always like, "Aren't you scared like working out in the garage like at night?" Because this is my garage. And I say like, "No, it doesn't scare me." I think the only thing that actually like kind of I guess scares me is when it's super windy, because obviously garage doors aren't super thick, and so whenever it's super windy I can hear like the wind and stuff, and it sounds like my garage is gonna like break down. I know it's not going to because that's not gonna happen here in Arizona, at least. It's not a tornado or anything. It's just really loud, it sounds like. And then the other thing is when I'm sitting at that machine over there at night and it's like quiet in here, and my back, I know my back is facing this way, but I can easily turn and see like everything because my other side of the garage is over there. But when I'm back there in that corner, I don't know, I just get like a weird feeling back there because I'm like in my own corner back there and I can't see anything. But I don't get scared that good or that often. The one movie that I haven't been able to watch, which is really weird because like clowns don't freak me out, but I can't finish the movie It. Like I don't know why. Like I don't know if it's cuz it's so long, cuz it's not the clown thing. Like I don't really care about clowns. But yeah, like I don't know. Like my daughter, my 15-year-old's like, "Mom, watch it. Come watch it with me." And I'm like, "Nope. I don't want to watch it." No, I haven't actually either. You're always scared? Like of movies, Cindy, or just in general? Like at home? They're a little scary. I also like to see how they create the scenes. Yeah, like in my past, like if I had a past life, like I would want to be like a like CSI sort of thing, like investigator. Like I don't know, that stuff just interests me. Oh, really? That's so funny because like I always tell my husband like, yeah, let's watch a movie, and then I lay in bed and I'm done. Like I cannot finish movies. I'm so tired at night. I just like I feel bad. But he knows as soon as he so we have a couch at the end of our bed, and if I go say, okay, I'm gonna go lay down, keep the movie on, but I'm gonna lay down, that means I'm done. I can't stay up unless I'm sitting up. Yeah, long movies, I can't do long movies. I just like, unless it's like, I don't know, super interesting. Like I love true stories, like or inspired true stories sort of movies. Then I can get into them. But if they're just like long movies to be long, I just can't do it. The reason why I cut this right here, I think I already told you guys, but because I want it straight. Sometimes it doesn't like, it's not perfectly lined up when I sew it the first time. And so I'm just trying to like make it even. Otherwise, where the thing comes up each time, it gets caught on that thread. And so how long have we been on here now? What is it? Oh, we're at 3 hours already? Wow, that went by fast. But I've gotten 4 rompers done, 2 pairs of leggings I finished, that headband, and the bummies. So quite a lot. Why does this computer keep cutting off? That's annoying. Good night, Paulette. You're scared of everything. Aw. But your husband works with you at night, doesn't he? So you don't have to be scared at night. Your husband's so sweet. He helps you like make your stuff. Mine doesn't want anything to do with it. He buys me this stuff to make it go faster, but he doesn't want to help. 18 to 24. What's this? Let me see. Am I missing something? Okay, so 12 to 18. 18 to 24. So these two. Talking to myself. Sorry, guys. Okay, so this goes with this. Gillette. Glass material basket. Oh, I didn't see that. I got asking him, what is everyone's thoughts on the Brother SC625, good or bad? And is $450 a decent price? Sorry, I just don't have any idea really. I actually don't even know that one. I'm very knowledgeable with the machines that I have personally, but like I wasn't ever one to ever like research other machines, if that makes sense. So honestly, the reason why I went with this machine and that machine is because I had this Brother and I never had any issues with it. And so I was like, well, it must be a good brand because I never had any issues. So I was like confident in getting the Brother brand of a serger. And then I just purchased these two together because I knew I wanted both. And I've still never had any issues with Brother. So the only advice I can give you on that machine in particular is the brand itself is really good. I love Brother. I don't have any complaints for Brother at all. So it's a reliable machine. I just don't know that model. And I don't know how much it should be. Tina, mine's not a handyman either. He's funny. He's a businessman, but he's not a handyman. And I'm okay telling him that because he hears me telling him all the time. My dad is a handyman, and so when you grow up with that, you're used to it. And so I'm like the handyman in this family, which is funny. Like I'll be the first one to climb up on the walls and hang stuff and whatnot. Like I don't even care. I got up on our roof and did Christmas lights. I didn't care. But everyone has their own thing. And his thing is he's such a good speaker. Like I'm jealous of the way that he speaks. Like the way he speaks, he can speak in front of hundreds of people and not even flinch. Like I would throw up. And he just knows like what to say. Like his language is so different. Like I sound like a child compared to him. Like I'm like, how do you even know those words? Like I've never even heard of half of the words that come out of your mouth. Like they're just like professional words that I've never heard before. I don't know how to talk like that. I'm just not professional like that. So if you guys are wondering, I'm putting all the cuffs on now. So that was the next step. After doing all the bodies, I do the cuffs. So I go through, put all the cuffs on all of them, and then I sew them all. So 18 to 24 goes with this one. Okay. So I think because it's getting late, I'm gonna finish sewing on all of these. I'm gonna move this over here, out of the way. I'm gonna finish sewing the bodies on to the liner on my this machine over here, and then I'm gonna probably call it a night. Situated. So turn this machine off. I'm lagging now. I wonder if it's because I moved the computer. So I usually take this off when I do leggings, but I'm not doing leggings right now, so I'm going to put this back on. This thing came with my machine, and I actually love it. I love the table. Always double check your settings because sometimes I'll forget to do that, and then it'll be on a zigzag stitch from my item before, and it doesn't need to be on a zigzag stitch right now. So am I lagging, Carmen, or am I good? Okay. So I think I got these scissors on Amazon too, like a long time ago. I don't remember, but I love these ones. These are my little, like, I always keep them at this machine because this machine doesn't have a cutter, and they're so sharp. I've never had to get new ones. They've had them for like 3 years. But I only use them to snip, like, my little threads. I'm a scissor person though. Like I used to be a cosmetologist, and so I've always like researched like shears for cutting hair, and now I'm researching like scissors for applique and sewing and everything like that. So I'm a scissor freak. That's why I always mention those little Friskers because I got them at Walmart and they're amazing. Sometimes you buy these like really expensive ones and the cheap ones just work better sometimes. And if you have to replace them, then they're cheap anyway, so it doesn't really matter. One thing I do like that I've spent a little bit of money on was my rotary blade, my rotary cutter. That rotary cutter. It's the Select, Quilter's Select one. So that goes there. I think I should put that on my links too because people will like that one. It's got rubber on it, so it like helps with like arthritis and stuff in your hands. Or carpal tunnel. Really bad like carpal tunnel when I was pregnant. It went away, but it was so bad. I used to do when I had my own salon, I did hair, and I did like hair extensions and eyelash extensions and stuff, and so I was constantly doing like really like tedious things, and my hands would get all cramped up and it would hurt so bad. So I'm really into finding really comfortable things for my hands. Good night, Sandy. I'm almost done. I'm just tacking these on and then I'm going to call it a night too. But thanks for coming and thanks for staying this long. Carmen, are you leaving? Yes. Don't forget to like this video. Thank you guys. If you haven't liked it already, really appreciate it. Okay. What I need to do is research what machine I need when this one goes, because this one's probably going to go pretty soon. It's being funny these days. I've used it so much. This used to be my blanket machine before I got that machine, and I've used it so much, and it's been so good to me, but I need to figure out what machine I want to take its place. I kind of want to get an industrial machine for in place of this one that just does, like, I just need a zigzag and a straight stitch. That's all I use. But I want one with an automatic cutter to make it faster. I mean, this doesn't take too much time, but you all know what I mean. Saving time is money, right? All right. So Nikki, which one do you have? Yeah, I know. So that's the thing, is like industrials, you either get like one stitch, or you get these machines that have 1,000 stitches on them and you don't use them. Like, I just need a zigzag and a straight stitch. That's all I need. Good night, Alicia. Thanks for being here. Sorry, I'm facing this way. My computer's right here, and I can't read it from my phone. I'm just poking the corners out, turning the corners. I don't really even know what it's called. Turning the corners, I'm guessing. I don't know all the terminology, guys. I know how to do it. I just don't know, like, all the wording for it. I'm not all particular with that. Good night, Tina. Thanks for being here. I guess if I'm doing, you know, trying to teach you guys this stuff or show you what I'm doing, I should know the terminology better. I kind of just guess at it, and I should sit down and research it, but I don't really have the time to do that. So if you guys don't really care, then I don't really, I mean, not that I don't care, but you know what I mean. It matters that I know how to do it. It doesn't matter that I don't know how to say it the right way. Honestly, that's why I like to do voiceovers on my videos, because when I'm working and I record a video and I'm talking at the same time, like it just takes too much time because like I don't say the right things. And so when I'm watching it in replay, I can tell you guys exactly what I'm doing like as the video is going. That's why I like to do the voiceover. Does it bother you guys that I do the voiceovers instead of talking during my video? Am I still here? Did I lose you guys? Good night, Kimberly. Thanks for joining for so long. You guys are amazing. I love you all so much. I'm about to call it a night too. I have one more to turn. And then I'm going to press them in the morning and stuff. I'm probably going to film another video tomorrow on packaging. I already have a video on packaging, but you can never have enough videos on packaging, I don't think. Because I'm going to have a lot of orders to package tomorrow. Probably not all those orders you guys saw, but a lot of them I'll have because I'll have tomorrow to work on all of them. So I'll have a sitter. So there'll be like quite a few packages to go out. Good night, Patty. I can't believe we've already been on here for this long. 3 hours? I can't even believe that. It feels like an hour. I don't know how that happens. Have it. Do you guys have any questions right now? Whoever's on here still, before I get off? So I got done 1, 2, 3, 4 rompers, a headband. I did a headband before the live, so 2 headbands, 2 leggings, a pair of bummies. So that's what we got done tonight. What would you recommend to fabric buyers? What do you mean by that, Carmen? Like what? Explain more. What do you want to know more of? And do you embroider? So I don't embroider on my leggings or my rompers. I've thought about embroidering on like my bummies or I've thought about actually, so I don't want to give things away. I have new things coming out. Let's just say that. So I'll show you guys as I like come up with these things. I have them in my head. I just need to do them. But like I said, I haven't had time to do them. So there are new things coming to my shop that I have written down that are my goals, kind of, I guess, for this next season or quarter. I don't know. Just whenever I can get to it, I have goals. So know that. So why the fabric I use? So the reason why, like I said, you all start somewhere. Like I started with Joann's fabric. I started with Hobby Lobby fabric, and I still use those fabrics, but only on my appliques, like my embroidered shirts. I use that fabric, like all this fabric right here on this side, closest to me, I use on my embroidery, because you don't have to have like specific kind of fabric for appliques. You're literally using little pieces of fabric. So to me, I don't want to waste my good fabric on that. Not that it's wasting it, but like you can use anything for that. The reason why I use organic fabric for my clothing is because nowadays a lot of people are really into, you know, just organic everything, organic house cleaning supplies, organic facial supplies, like organic cleansers, organic everything. Like people are just really into organic stuff right now. And so I thought that it would kind of set me apart from everybody else in a way, by offering all organic. But in order for me to offer all organic, my prices have to be higher than other people's prices that sell rompers or leggings or bummies or any of the other items that I do. My prices are higher. So that could be good, it could be bad. Like it just depends on the target market that you're with. My target market are people who buy organic aren't really looking at the price, if that makes sense, because you get what you pay for. And that saying is so true. Like you get what you pay for. If you're buying something super cheap, you can't expect it to be the best and you can't expect it to last forever. So with that being said, the fabric that I use is way more expensive, but my prices are a lot more expensive than other people's prices too. But that's why I take my time in putting the stabilizer on the shoulder straps. I take my time in doing top stitches on my blankets. I take the time to make sure all my seams are lined up, matched correctly. I don't just rush through it. I just take the time to make sure everything is tidy, because they are spending, you know, a pricey amount on an item that they're buying. So my bummy is, for a 3 to 6 month bummy, is this big, right? It's super small. It's $16 for that, which doesn't seem like a lot, but for a pair of bummies that you can buy at Walmart or Target are going to be $5, $6 or whatever. Like you can buy that in any store. So I'm in competition because my prices are a lot higher. So, you know, when you first start Etsy, you struggle with that because you need to get your first sales. When you get your first sales, then you start building up your customer base and all that. So it's really hard when your prices are higher. So like if you've watched Adelita, she goes into explaining how she started her business and how she started out at a lower price to get sales. And then she started getting sales. So as she started getting more sales, she upped her prices. Well, for me, I just cut and dry. Like I started out with regular fabric. My prices were my prices. And then I just moved into organic fabric and I upped my prices because I had to. Like my fabric was more expensive for me to buy to even make it. So I had to up my prices from the get-go. I couldn't just like do it for nothing. I was spending a lot of money on fabric. Like, I mean, every time I place orders, I'm not placing it for one piece of fabric. I'm placing it for multiple prints that I offer. I can't offer just one print. So when I'm purchasing my fabric and 10 yards at a time, that's a lot of money I'm putting out there. So I have to know that I'm going to sell that fabric. That's why I don't offer a ton of different variety, because I've also learned for myself that if I offer too much variety, it's almost like the customers get scared. Like they don't know what to get because there's too much variety. It's okay to have like a ton of different, I don't know, I don't know where I'm getting at this. Hold on, let me think for a second. So I offer bummies, I offer leggings, I offer rompers, I offer skirts, I offer shorts and stuff like that, but I don't offer a ton of prints. I have select prints and that's it. And I rotate in seasonal prints, which people like. So that's how I do it. I've thought about selling fabric. I just don't know the ins and outs of it, so I'm not educated on that yet. So it's not that I won't. Like I would like to do anything to do with fabric. I just don't know if that's my thing right now. So what do I have Walmart fabric store in? So like when I go to Walmart, I actually look in like the fabric quarters that they sell. I buy those a lot because they always have a ton of different variety in them, and I just use them for my applique. But like for here, I can show you. So let me take my phone off of here so I can show you guys. Turn it around. So like these, let me see. Obviously we can't sell these because they're characters, but these are ones that I get like Joanne into embroidery like 3 months ago. And so I haven't touched those here. So I had them in the bins and I put them up there. So this one is a Hobby Lobby. Some of them are Joanne, some of them are Hobby Lobby. I think most of them are Joanne though. So these are prints that I use for my applique projects. And this was just a scrap that I had from a blanket that I sell, and I can't use any of that for a blanket. It's too small. So I put it in here so that I can use it for an applique, like for a number or anything like that. So like these right here, like this one, like all of these right here I get at Walmart. So you can get these at Walmart. The Waverly, I think is what it's called. Like these right here. I think you can get these at Walmart or Joann's. I can't remember. I might have got those at Joann's. I know that I got this at Walmart, this one, and then I get the black and white one at Walmart. These gold ones right here I get at Joann's. So it's just like a mixture. So I have them labeled like my solids and then my solid skin, besides the blue one, but these are like my skin color tones that I keep in here. I get all my skin color tones at Walmart. So it's super easy to go to Walmart and just pick out like your skin colors because you don't need a ton of different skin colors. I just use, these are my gauze that I make. I pre-cut them and then I put them in here to make them. So I don't have these on my website. I just make them for the shop that I'm in. But these are organic double gauze and I do them in different colors. So those are my gauze blankets. These are my Minky scraps. So actually these right here, I'm gonna start doing using my Minky scrap fabric for appliques. And I'll answer all your guys' questions as soon as I get back to the computer because I can't really see your comments on my phone. So all of these scraps right here, I have them labeled. These are for my nursing pads. And so I cut them into squares, or if I don't have time, I just leave them like this and then cut them as I go. And then these are girl scraps for clothing. So if it's a bigger piece that I can't put back on my fabric bolt, I'll put it in here and then I'll grab from here as soon as I cut them out, and then I can cut my cuffs from these. I can cut like little pieces, like the liners that are smaller, I can cut from here. Just things like that. And the same thing down here. So I do girls on top and I do boys on bottom. And so these are my boy scraps down here, and then my boy scraps for clothing in here. So these are the bigger pieces. And then those are the minky fabrics. So I also I pre-cut these over here. These are also, I get these ones. So these ones I sell for cheaper because I get these at Hobby Lobby. And these are like kind of imitation gauze. I don't know what they call them, but I just thought they were super cute. But they are cheaper because they're not organic. So I just have to make sure I really put in bold that, you know, these are organic, these are not organic. So all of my clothing's organic. All of my blankets are all minky with faux fur except for the one mustard flower one I just showed you. That one is not minky. That's the only cotton blanket I do. And the reason why I do that one is because it's so popular. I literally buy bolts of it because it's so popular. I keep it on the bolt right here. This one right here. So I make blankets out of this one. And then all of these down here are either from Hobby Lobby or Joann's, and I use all these for applique. I make my bibs and burp cloths out of these cotton prints. These are girls, and then these are all boys up here, and then my solids. So these ones right here, these 4, are for my nursing pads, and those are all organic. And then all of these ones are not organic. So I just kind of know because it's my fabric, so I know which ones. I keep all the organics together, and then all the rest I know that I've gotten from either Hobby Lobby. Some of them I've ordered online, like I order from Hawthorne Supply Company. If you guys haven't heard of that, that's a good company to check out. I know like this one, this one I got at, I can't remember where I got this one. I think Hobby Lobby. But these 2, this one, and like this one, these sailboats are so cute. Which other one? Oh, this whale one I got in Hawthorne. This one is Spoonflower. This is my son's room. And I got this because I intended on making him bed sheets to match his comforter and everything that I made him, but I never got around to it. And so I just decided to use it for bibs, burp cloths, and applique projects. And then all of this up here is old knit fabric that I haven't got to. So like this is from Hobby Lobby. It's the, it's upside down, but it's just like a cactus print. And then all the rest, like this one's inside out. You can't really see the print on it, but it's super pretty. It's like a mauve floral like one. You can't really see it, but yeah, these are knits. These ones I got at Joann's. These are the ones I'm trying to like get rid of. So those are from a long time ago. I don't really like sewing with them because they're thick. I don't like they're super cute and super pretty and everybody loves them. I just don't like working with them because they're just too thick for me. Anyway. Okay. Sorry, I just went on like a tangent of showing you guys everything. So now I'm gonna not put you so close to me because that's scary. Okay, questions. Let's see here. What makes sense? Yes, that makes sense. Would you ever sell fabric? Okay, then. Oh my god, the cloud one. I know the cloud one, huh? It's so cute. Okay, my gauze. I got my gauze on an Etsy shop. I don't know her name off the top of my head. I can find it though. Give me 2 seconds. I have it in here. Never mind. So I'll have to find it later. My Etsy, I forgot that they're like switching. If you were on here earlier, I announced that like my website's getting relaunched and everything. So she keeps getting into my Etsy and like moving products over and stuff. So they're in there. They must be in there right now. So anyway, I get my gauze from a Etsy shop and it is organic. So super, super nice gauze fabric. They're not on my Etsy shop because I haven't listed them. The shop I do locally, I'm in a local shop and I just give her like one of a kind things. So I'll make something and then give it to her to put in the shop. And then it's kind of just like, so she can say like they're one of a kind. So I just make random ones. Like I'll make like a couple different white ones or mauve ones or blue ones or whatever. And then I'll put different trims on them. So I usually buy I have one trim. I can show you the trim. It's so pretty. So I do my blanket trims I keep over here. So I buy these off of Etsy too. So this is my blanket trim and it is, so like it's this thick right here. So I put it inside the blanket and then it's like, you know, trimmed. And then I've gotten like, I got these at Hobby Lobby. So I use these for my like thick trims too. And then for thinner ones, I use like these thinner ones that I have. So if somebody wants white on white, I'll use this really pretty like white one. Sometimes I use like these right here. I use these trims because people like the pom-pom look. What else? So yeah, I just kind of do that. These are the rolls that I get for my elastic waistbands that you guys were asking about. So I keep, this is my backup one. Once I dig into this one, I'll order a new one. That way I always have an extra one on hand. Yeah. Like I made this. I used to make these too, but those take forever to make. I didn't want to do that for like my business. These are all my like easy patterns that I made. See, I just put a tab on here. So it's literally a triangle. And then I put that tab on there and I just taped it up on there. I made that tag up because I didn't like the way that the ring stood in there. And then like these are my little aprons that I made. And then my burp cloths. My burp cloth that I made, I resized it to the way that I wanted it to fit on my shoulder. Like as a mom, I did it that way. And the same thing with my bibs. I just made it the way that I wanted it. I actually made it, like measured it on my son and made it to fit him because he's a little taller. And so I just wanted it to like fit him nicely. Yeah. So now that you guys got the lowdown, I keep all of my like pre-cut things down here. So like look at all these these are for the shop that I'm in. So I keep them all organized by this. I make them, they look like these things right here. And then I just put them all in here. And then when I'm ready, like if I usually like will just pull one out and sew it as I'm working throughout the day. That way I don't have to do them all one time. And then these ones, the same within here. Like these are all bummies in here. So they're all just like everywhere. And then I keep my extra cam snaps down here. So it's kind of a mess down here, but yeah. Yeah. That's kind of how I do it. Yeah, that gauze fabric's really nice. So I'll link it so that you can have it. She has all different kinds of colors and she does organic and non-organic. So it's whatever you prefer. So those blankets that I make with the double gauze, I've always just done both sides. So I do double gauze on both sides. And then I do the inside. I tuck the whatever outside trim that I want. I put that in the blanket and sew it in there. And then when I flip it, it's like in the seam. And so that's how I do those ones. There's a lot of stuff that I do for the shop that I don't do online. So you guys are repetitively seeing me do like rompers and leggings and bummies and those sorts of things, which I do every day of my life. And then the headbands and stuff like that. But I also do like those gauze blankets that you guys have never seen. I do stuff for the shop that I've never showed like on my live or YouTube because I don't do it for my shop. I just do it for the store locally. Hi, Esther. I was wondering if you were going to pop on. Of course, I was supposed to get off like 30 minutes ago, and I just keep talking. Okay. Bye, Vicky. Thank you for coming. It's so soft. If I had a way to show you, I'm using my phone for the live, but if I had a way to show you it, I would love to show you how they turn out so pretty. Yeah, actually, so I made receiving blankets out of this. This was just an extra piece that I keep over here with my cups on. But this right here is a blanket that I get in Minky. But this is, if you can see it, look how nice that is. This is the Sweet Pea Gauze. It's organic. It's from Spoonflower, where I order all my stuff from. But I just had like a little piece of it left, and so I made it, and I use it as my little like placemat. If you guys have noticed, I keep this over here, and I just like place it down here. I'm weird. I like to have like little placemats for things. So I like this right here is actually when I very first started. I'll show you. When I first started sewing and I didn't know what fabric to buy, this is a piece of fabric that I cannot return because I bought it. But this is one of I actually have this print, but I ordered velvet because I didn't know what the difference was with Inky. And so I ordered this. It's little bunnies and bears, which I have this print, just not in this kind. But this is it's velvet. And I can't make anything with this. I can't make blankets with that. So I literally just folded it down and make it as like my padding. So my machine doesn't make noise when I'm sewing, because the table, if I didn't have a pad down, it would make noise. So I just laid that down because I don't have any use for that. And so that's what I used it for. Coffee. Yeah, sorry, it's a 3-hour long live again every time. Yeah, I thought about that because that's what I was saying earlier when I showed you guys my scrap Minky. I used to like just toss the Minky because I had no use for it, but now I'm doing applique, and so I'm like, that would be cute, like, because the Minky's like fuzzy, and so it would be really cute for, just like different texture on the shirt besides just fabric, like cotton fabric, so it would be a little bit different. So I think I'm going to start doing that, like just with different stuff, because I know there's a lot of like talk about how you can't have, like I said, I'm new to embroidery. Like I just started doing it like 3 months ago. And so I did not have a clue that you can't do characterized themes for parties and stuff. And so I need to go through all my stuff and just like take it down or do something with it. I don't know. So like I made my son the cutest Blaze shirt yesterday for his birthday because he loves Blaze and the Monster Machine. So I made him a Blaze shirt, but I can't like sell that or I'll get in trouble. So, and I didn't know that until just recently. So those fabrics over there will be really nice to come up with like some cute different designs that people don't really have. Because there's so many different designs on Spoonflower. So I mean, it's a possibility that people have the ones I have, but it's a lesser chance of people having the fabrics that I have than like the other fabrics that you can get at Walmart or Joann's and stuff like that. Yes. Yeah, with when people are posting the appliques with the fuzzies, it's so cute. Or like now, because it's almost Easter, they put the little tail as like the white minky fuzzies. It's so cute. I just don't like. I wish I had more time to like sit down and do like more applique projects. I just don't have time. But okay, Do you guys have any more questions? Because I think I'm going to head out. I need to get some sleep before tomorrow. I know I'm going to be like, oh, bawling tomorrow because my son starts school. So I'm gonna lose it. I need to rest these eyeballs. So any last questions before I say goodbye? And remember, I'm going to answer all your guys' questions tomorrow when I get to the computer. I'm going to sit down and I actually have it blocked out on my schedule to like answer all my emails, go through all the questions and the comments and everything. So if I didn't get to you guys, I will. Thank you, Sonia. Thank you, Nikki. You guys are all so sweet to me. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. I don't tell you guys enough. Literally, I sit at my computer and read all the comments, and I just have this like big smile on my face because you guys are so sweet. Thank you, Elizabeth. Or Lisbeth. Did I say that right? I hate messing people's names up. Thank you, Pia. Thank you for watching. I didn't even know you were here. All right, guys. I'm going to call it a night. Thank you guys so much for being here. I can't tell you guys how thankful I am for all of you. I love you all so, so much. And I appreciate every Monday being on here with you guys. Next Monday at 8:30, I'll be doing a sew along, and I will be posting that in the comments in the community tab on YouTube. So look for that this week, and I will I can't talk. I will leave a list of supplies in there for you guys for the sew along. So yeah, be looking forward to that, and I will see you guys all next week. Thank you guys. Love you. Bye.